So cool. He's being cool again. So beast.
Damn, this is easy. Easiest crowd I ever had. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Conway. I'm known in this fandom as Uncle Kage. I'm the chairman of this organization. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. The reason I'm up on stage, I really don't know why. They call me the storyteller, the raconteur. They put me up on stage, they give me wine, and they tell me just keep talking. And I do, and for some reason people enjoy it. I don't know. So what I do is, I tell stories. Stories about places I've been, people I've met, things that have happened to me. Many of the stories tend to arise out of the fact that I'm chairman of this organization. I made a recent twit on that twit thing that you kids like so much. It's a bit of profundity. I occasionally have those. I like getting news stories. I don't like the getting of news stories, if you understand what I mean. For example, many of you have seen me running around with this radio earbud sticking out of my ear. It's attached to a brick in my pocket. It doesn't actually make any sound. It's just a thing for comfort for me. I have 200 staff members here, all volunteers. Not a one of them is paid. Let's hear it for these guys. They put up with all the crap I throw at them, all my demands, without complaining much. And for no pay. I like to keep in touch with them. I like to hear what they have to say. And that's where the radios come in. Little things like, oh, Uncle Kage, there's a fursuiter in the lobby who's on fire. What a dreadful thing, I shall say. Has anybody considered putting him out? We tried. We threw your wine on him. What a dreadful catastrophe. Yeah, okay, having fun out there, ain't you guys? Cut that out. Anyway, we usually rent our radios from an outfit that rents radios. That's a good place to rent radios from. You know, don't go to the supermarket to rent radios. See, I'm smart, I'm a scientist, I know these things. I don't just wear this coat for fun, I got a PhD in science. Science, real life science.
Science!
We decided to go for rental from a place in Philadelphia, which is my hometown. We called them up and we said, hi, we're going to have an event in Pittsburgh. Can you rent us radios for our event in Pittsburgh? They said, why, certainly, we can rent your radios for your event in Pittsburgh. How many radios would you like for your event in Pittsburgh? And I said, 60 would do, maybe 65. We can share them, you see. So they said, that's fine. We can rent your radios for your event in Pittsburgh. Here's how much it will cost. I say, my, that's a very good cost. I can afford that for my event in Pittsburgh. Let's make a deal. So the day came, my amazing logistics crew, the stuff guys, they drove out to the place in Philadelphia, and they went, hi, we're going to take the radios to Pittsburgh. And the guy said, oh, you're the guys going to Pittsburgh. Here's a big box of radios. Have fun in Pittsburgh. We drove to Pittsburgh. We got here, we opened the box, we turned the radios on, they didn't work. We called the guy. We said, what's wrong? The radios don't work. He said, aren't you in Philadelphia? I said, no. He said, oh, our radios only work in Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
That's when the twitch starts in the left eye. You see, even people who aren't from this state know that there's a difference between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. It has been said, the state of Pennsylvania, I'll give you a geography lesson right now. State of Pennsylvania, easy stuff. Philadelphia on the right, Pittsburgh on the left, Alabama in the middle. We don't worry about that. You can tell the Pennsylvanians out there. We got some Schuylkill County. I love it. Anyway. So we didn't actually have any radio communication, which put me on edge at first. Some of you might have seen me Wednesday night looking like this. That's why. Because there was no noises in my ear. I always cursed the noises in my ear. Oh, many years ago, the noises in my ear. I want them to stop. I want them to stop. And when they stopped, I missed them. Please, to me. I want to know where the furniture is on fire, so that I may rescue my wife. German Riesling, by the way, Mosel Valley, the most fantastic stuff in the world. Yeah. When you run a convention this size, it is anticipated that something will go wrong. Things get forgotten. I do not at all blame my staff when things get forgotten. Usually when things get forgotten, it can be traced back to the lack of me telling them that they should not be forgotten. I have the same disorder that every manager and supervisor and C-level executive has. I think you can read my mind. Why didn't you guys do that? You didn't tell us to. All I wanted you to do was wrap a refrigerator up in potato chips and put it in the back of the van. You never said so, you idiot! How am I supposed to sleep? That conversation really did happen. You get a little crazy when you run this organization.
You cannot sleep on a refrigerator.
And do you know why I run this organization? I missed the meeting. This past year, have you all been down to the con store? You can buy all sorts of cool stuff at the con store, like those blinky cups that project the AnthroCon paw print out the bottom when you pick them up. Oh, you gotta get one of those. I love those things. By the way, if you're epileptic, don't. Just trust me, don't. It's like the AnthroCon signal. You do. Anyway, we sold a bunch of stuff at the con store last year. Now, we have a cash register at the con store. The cash register is a wonderful, computerized, highly intelligent piece of equipment. It keeps track of everything we sell. And at the end of the day, you run what we call a Z report. The Z report is called that because there's a little key on the register, and one position is called Z. Turn it to Z, hit amount tender, and it goes pa-chunk, 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 pa-chunk. And it spits out like a little 6-inch piece of tape that gives you a summary of everything that was sold and how much tax you have to render to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. That's an important thing to know. So, I got back from the convention. I'm back home in Philadelphia. And I looked around and I didn't see the Z report for the con store register. And I called up the guy who was in charge of the con store and I said, "Did you run a Z report?" And he said, "No." And I said, "You moron! Why didn't you?" And he said, "Because you said you were going to at the end of the con." Don't play this on me! You're right, I did. You should have reminded me. We have no Z report. The cash register, remember, I'm located over here on the right side. The cash register is still over in our storage area here on the left side. Now, last year also may recall that I was recovering from back surgery. There was no way I was going to be able to move all this stuff, but thank God for the local Pittsburgh furs who stepped up to the plate when I put out the call. There they are. Congratulations, guys. I love the pieces.